Live? All right. Bang, bang. Welcome to the mid-show. Danny's at the Classic, so we got Robbie, we got Marty Mush filling in. Before we get into anything, though, I want to talk about our friends at Miller Lite, because since the dawn of mankind, we've cooked our food over an open flame and debated the best way to grill. One thing that's not up for debate is that grilling and beer always go together, and not just any beer will do, whether it's Texas barbecue or just celebrating a Wednesday with burgers and dogs. You need a beer that tastes great and is less filling, so you have more room for your food. You need Miller Lite, right, Dave?
That's absolutely right, Ed. I know you guys grew up in the culinary trash heap that is the Northeast, but you guys can still respect a great ice-cold, less filling, great-tasting Miller Lite, correct?
It was actually on our 773 TV. You were cooking. You had a Miller Lite in your hand. It was nice. It was beautiful stuff. So with the Miller Lite in hand, grilling doesn't just taste great. It tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/midshow, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Just celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Make sure you're drinking your Miller Lite. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm. It only took Dave about 7 seconds to shit on New York.
What
yes,
was that?
Exactly.
Love to be here. Hey, where you grew up is trash.
Also, Chief is doing some like power dominance thing. How high his chair is over mine.
Oh,
Look how short I look.
he's got the Zuckerberg.
Actually, can we talk about that right off the rip?
Talk about what?
That's why I brought it up.
Chair height.
Yep.
I like mine sunk down as far as it can possibly go, and that has nothing to do with me
that
being
makes
short.
sense to you because you see the world at a shorter view.
But that has it's a comfort thing.
Do you want me to go down an inch?
Yeah, you're a tall guy.
Drop a little.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3", 6'4".
Okay. How about now? How does it look
That's
now?
nice.
Better.
Yeah,
But I feel like I'm like...
You feel inferior, right?
No, I feel like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, like I'm in elementary school or something.
You did
Like,
that on
read me a
purpose?
story now, Marty.
That was a good transition to Dave's applesauce recipe.
There we go.
Wow, look at the flow of this right now.
Dave, you were waiting to tell us your applesauce.
Oh, I was telling Marty, he says he's a man who likes applesauce. Just cube up a couple of probably 5-6 apples, get rid of the core, throw in a couple of cinnamon sticks, a cup of sugar, throw them in the crock pot for 4 or 5 hours. Just go until you get the consistency, and there's your applesauce.
Really?
Yep.
Do you like apples?
Peel it?
No, keep the skin on.
Apples are great.
Well, I got her number. How do you like
How
them
do you like them apples?
Yes.
Goodwill Hunting.
Eddie's never seen that movie.
That's not,
You haven't?
yeah, I have.
Oh,
Don't listen to him.
I feel like you haven't.
I have.
Okay.
You guys should all see Inside Out, by the way.
I've
Inside Out
seen it.
2?
Did you see the first one?
I've seen the first one, not the second one.
It's truly one of the most they're the most incredible movies.
The second one?
Second one was unreal.
Well, how did they
Robbie?
kill your
No, I've
dreams
heard
in the
great
second
things,
one?
though.
Really?
It's not as worse. It's not as bad as that.
Okay.
Bing Bong. I have a stuffed animal with Bing Bong.
How old are you?
I am 30.
Even saying Bing Bong could make me cry, Marty.
Bro,
just saying
Bing
those
Bong
words.
is one of the saddest things that happen in movies. But
Yeah.
the whole series, I'm walking around every single day of I now have characters in my head of emotions.
Yeah, but you don't really know movies, That's my only concern
That's
about this.
true, but I also don't like.
You can still feel feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anime movies aren't my favorite either. But this is watch the first one.
I've seen the first one.
Oh, and
it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's
You maybe didn't understand it.
But now I thought you were referring to the second one.
I am referring to the second one too.
It's better than the first?
No, I wouldn't say it's better, but it's
Is it the same kid's head?
Yeah, same kid's head.
So how old is the kid in it?
Older, going into high school.
Starting to get anxiety.
I was hoping it'd be like
Anxiety.
college,
But
you
anxiety
got a drunk
is-
person in
Yeah,
there.
but that's the thing. They got to have a room for the third one.
Yeah, third one's gonna be R-rated.
Would be unbelievable.
It's like a horny drunk.
Basically just Ted is in their head,
Yeah,
like the bear
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
That would be fantastic. But this is the first time, by the way, I have seen a movie theater this packed in so long.
Really?
It's the
Jammed.
biggest
The
opening for
popcorn-
an animated movie ever.
Yeah, the popcorn line.
Really?
Yeah.
40
Even in all the
40
Toy
minutes.
Stories.
Yeah. Crazy.
Wow.
It,
What's it at?
it saved the box office.
Pretty much.
Like,
Saved movie theaters like
Been a
Top Gun.
bad
Number one for this year already.
'cause
Wow.
you know that other one, it tanked. If the one with
if tanked.
that one, I thought it had all the big stars as the.
I don't even think I've heard of that.
I don't think I have.
was
either.
it
Yeah,
Ryan
you've seen it,
Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds, like a
Yeah.
big purple thing.
It was
Okay.
John, the guy from The Office, was like the creator director.
John Krasinski,
Okay.
Steve Carell was in it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
Huge
they
names.
probably lost money then.
A ton
Oh, yeah.
of money.
Yeah.
I think Garfield got bad reviews
Yeah,
too.
it did.
No, but Garfield didn't do too bad in the box office.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Do you like Ryan Reynolds?
No.
I like him.
Oh, I like him.
I like him.
I find him to be glib.
the
Like
same
everything he
thing.
says is kind of like it comes off as fake.
Yeah, he's goofy.
Yeah, but
He's
it's like
kind of the same guy in every movie.
No.
It works for
How do you
me.
feel about that?
He's the
You think it
same
works
guy.
for him?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then
yeah.
I watch him on the soccer show and it's the same. Like he's got one pitch.
Well, he follows me on Twitter, so I'm going to continue.
Okay,
saying
all
that.
right.
Yeah, I don't
Nice
know.
flex.
I did. I
You
made
and
like a
Hubs.
Deadpool video, and then out of nowhere, like 3 days later, didn't tag him or anything. I just got the follow in the middle of the night. Woke up to it.
Oh, is he like John Cena though, or no?
No,
because he
follows
follows
like
Hubs, too, 'cause-
100 something people. Yeah,
Hubs wrote a blog about him. And
about Wrexham. Yeah,
And he followed him.
Wow.
Ryan Reynolds, possible future guest on the mid show. So let's not.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah.
do
I like Ryan Reynolds.
I think it'd be interesting to ask him,
I-
actually. About,
I-
like, why did you? Everyone says you play the same role.
Even on like a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just himself. Maybe he's just himself in movies all the time.
maybe.
Kevin Hart's kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart has made a comeback now, though, of being way more funny. Like, he went through a phase when he was making those movies with The Rock and stuff, where people are like, all right, he's sold out. He's not as funny. Now he's doing those. Have you guys seen the streams he's doing with
No.
Kai Cenat? And he goes on, like, the stream. You know Kai Cenat?
Yeah.
He, like, goes on his stream for, like, hours. And it's, like, the funny. He went on with Roll Tide Willie was there with Kevin Hart. Like,
Oh,
It was
really?
one of the funniest. He's back now.
I feel like Kevin Hart is always on the next trend. That he figures out how to make money before everybody else.
Yes.
So like the fact that he's like an A-list guy doing streams with these random people, like everybody will be doing that in 3 years,
'Cause
and he'll be
that's-
on to the next thing.
That's like when celebrities come on Barstool. It makes them more of a
Yeah.
human being.
Mhm.
That's what he kind of figures out as well.
Yeah.
You have high hopes for Deadpool Wolverine?
Super high hopes.
Oh, okay.
I think this is like the potential Marvel saving movie, and they're saying right now the director of Deadpool Wolverine they want to direct the next Avengers movie. If they're saying that they themselves have
know.
high hopes for
Yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine. They're saying this could be the biggest rated R movie ever as well.
I think so.
I think
'cause-
Joker's number one right now, the Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
Yes, Joker, and I know I believe did really
That's
well too.
that's
right.
really high up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the first It movie. The second one's not so.
Yeah.
From the 80s or from
No, the recent one.
Recent one, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Two-
funny actually.
Yeah, two slipped a little bit for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Are
I'm
you a
excited
big
for
horror
it.
guy?
I like horror a lot. Not as big as like Eddie is, or like Carabas
Okay.
is a huge horror guy too.
That makes sense.
I've
I
very
re-
much
like,
got into it recently.
October, I go crazy. October, I'm watching a
Okay,
different horror
yeah.
movie every night. I love it. I love getting into the Halloween spirit.
So stupid.
I got into
Horror?
Horror
Stupid.
is so stupid.
I'm out
Why?
of horror,
What?
too.
It's like you're
No.
paying and wasting your time to get scared.
No, that's so. I thought the same thing. For a while, there's these. I want to talk about these with somebody, but nobody that we bring in here is watch them. Midnight Mass, the Haunting of Hill House.
Flanagan's
It's all the same guy. It's all on
Mike
Netflix.
Flanagan.
Yeah, they're all awesome, but they're not. You're not left like, oh my god, like I can't sleep. Like
No.
turn the lights on, white noise when you're trying to pass out. It's horror, but it's like awesome storylines.
Okay.
They
They're
are
very.
really good,
they're
yeah.
very. Have you watched them?
Oh yeah, all
they're
of them.
they're
Blind
awesome.
Manor, Hill House.
They're all
Midnight Mass.
the Fall of the House of Usher.
That one's very good as
They're
well.
all outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
The
And
way
it's
the guy
same
writes
actors.
is like everyone gets like these long stretching monologues.
Dude,
like,
there's
get to
it's
act their asses off.
it's like 15-minute one-shot scenes, and they're just going, and you're like,
They're
holy
engaging too.
shit,
Oh,
dude!
yeah.
The
Dude, you
camera's
haven't watched
moving
Midnight
from
Mass?
room to
Oh.
room.
That
No,
Midnight
I-
Mass is my favorite, I think.
Really?
I would recommend
I
that
just
and
I just started it yesterday.
Haunting
I
of
just
Hill
started
House
it
is
yesterday.
really good, too.
It's the I just started it yesterday.
The
The one with
church
the car
one, like-
accident in the beginning.
I don't remember. It's been years, but it's like a church and
Yes.
police and- yeah.
That's the one I just started yesterday. They're all very, very good.
All right.
He also made Doctor Sleep. This guy.
Okay.
You see that
All right.
movie, Ewan McGregor? It's like the sequel to The Shining.
Yes, I did see that.
Pretty good.
I did see that. That was solid.
I
Are
think
you?
some good movies are coming out.
Yeah. Do you have high hopes for Joker? For all you do?
Not really, to be honest. I didn't love the first. Like, I think the first one is a good movie, but I hate it as like a this is the Joker. I don't feel like he's playing the Joker at any point. I don't feel like he's like the Joker. the Joker's like crazy and unhinged, but he also does shit where he could like outsmart Batman at times, and you're like, whoa, like how the fuck did like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker ain't shit. Like he's never standing toe to toe with Batman. And also in that story, he would be like 40 years older than Batman. So by the time Batman's 20,
True.
dude's 60. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a sequel-worthy movie. The thing that made me excited is they said it's a musical with Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Where I'm like, all right, if you get weird with it and it's just like musical numbers and it's shot well. First one shot like amazingly.
Yeah.
Aren't they
But,
doing
like-
The Wizard of Oz as a musical too? Isn't that
Wicked.
coming out? Wicked,
Which is a
Duh,
musical.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked's
I've seen the play.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good.
Wonka was a musical.
Who?
The new Wonka.
I heard that was good. I didn't see it.
Dude,
Clem
it was.
loved it.
I think I had it
That-
like a top 3 movie of
was
the
that
year from
Chalamet?
last year. Yeah. Chalamet, yeah.
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 I don't like him very much.
Why not? You don't like Dune?
I started watching Dune. I fell asleep within 5 minutes, but he's got one of those faces I just want to punch in the.
I kind of agree
Yeah.
with Dave about his face.
And his name, like his name, just doesn't do it.
The way
for me.
he spells Timothy is he's a cocksucker.
he like,
his parents are too.
and I know this is completely unfair to him. Like you have the same thing about Shia LaBeouf,
Yeah,
as
I
you
don't
say.
like him.
I just don't like the guy, and it's completely irrational. There's no reason
I'm okay
for
with
it.
that, though.
I
Yeah.
just hate his
Sometimes you
fucking
just have
guts.
those
Who's the other guy that I hate?
There's
He
a
was
few
in
of
the
them.
Social Network.
Eisenberg?
Garf-
Eisenberg, yeah.
Garfield.
Oh, Garfield.
Yeah.
See, that's
What? Garfield's
There's
great.
something about his face.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't like his face. Can't get over it.
Fucked.
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't like how he was kind of a twink in that one movie where he wouldn't shoot the gun. I didn't
The
need
World
that.
War II
Yeah,
movie?
yeah, shoot a
yeah,
gun.
yeah,
So it was a true story, though.
I know, but fucking do what they do with all true stories.
This
in
fucking
Hollywood.
guy
Turn
is
it
watching
into
a movie about World War II, like soldiers, and he's like, "What a twink!" I would have shot that fucking gun. He's Mark Wahlberg on 9/11.
I would have made it a point if I were fighting for the Germans. I would have made it a point to kill that guy.
You ever see Chalamet slinging his dick around New York City?
Oh, there's rumors about him.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a legendary cocksmith.
People say he's got his own strain of chlamydia.
Isn't he dating-
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Isn't he
see,
dating
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner?
yeah, I think you're right. But
The
back in
rumors
the
that
day-
she's pregnant with his kid.
Oh, wow.
Liam just saw him. He's in Hoboken right
Yeah, I heard this.
now.
Yeah.
He's literally just in Hoboken shooting a movie for like the last 6 months.
He's playing Bob Dylan.
Oh,
It's a
maybe.
Bob Dylan biopic.
What's the last
We
good
have
movie?
high hopes for that one.
The last good movie I seen, it was polarizing, but I enjoyed Challengers.
Oh, I like Challengers.
Yeah.
Dude, no. Don't say it with your heart, because it was a good movie.
Stupid ass ending, but it was
Yeah.
a good movie.
But
Ending was bad.
But
Yeah.
it was a bad ending. But people, that's why also people talk about it too, because people interpret it different ways.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I thought
I
the guys
interpreted
in
it
the
by
movie were
saying
really good too.
lame.
What'd you say?
I said I interpreted it by going lame.
Yeah,
as soon
no,
as
I
credits rolled, I
understood
said
too.
lame.
But I thought it was a good movie.
Good movie, pretty gay, but good movie.
Yeah. It
Oh,
was very good.
really? Good.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I unfortunately, Rhea and I watch it with my parents.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, my mom saw. She's like the purest woman. It was like that was a softcore porn, and I was like, me and Rhea were like, that was fucking. We liked it.
Yeah. Zendaya, man. She's fucking next level.
Leave the stopwatch at home.
Yes, leave the stopwatch at home. And she's just incredible.
Well, she basically did that because she wanted to be looked at more as like.
Yeah,
a woman,
yeah.
Right?
It was
Instead
hard
of,
for me to
like-
see her as that woman.
I agree with that. See,
to
that's
be
like
honest.
one
When
of the
they would do like the scenes where she was older, I was like, oh, but she's like MJ and Spider-Man. Like,
yeah,
she's-
they just like curled her
In
hair.
like Euphoria, she
Euphoria,
plays a high
she's
schooler. Yeah,
school.
like
She just
everything.
looks younger too, so it's like.
Euphoria's just dead, right?
No, they're saying it's
not-
coming
but
back with a
I
time
think they're
jump.
filming it like in
College?
another year or something.
It's gonna take another
Gonna
year,
take a
and then it's
while,
gonna be they catch up with them.
Their
when they're-
But they're-
mid-20s or something.
This is definitely the last season if they do it.
It's gotta be.
Yeah,
There's no way they could afford Zendaya.
Not anymore. All of them.
They all
Jacob
blew up.
Elordi.
Yeah,
They all blew
every
up.
one of them blew up. Yeah, the one. What's his name? He
Or even
passed
the-
away.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Fez, right?
Fesco passed
He was
away.
awesome.
He was outstanding in that show.
Yeah.
Do you hear who's in talks to fill in for his role?
No.
Spider.
You know the little kid, like his little helper
Dude,
at the
that
shop.
kid should have won every fucking Grammy on earth.
Bro,
he
he's
was
literally
so good.
He's boxing now.
Yeah,
He's a boxer.
boxer. Yeah.
Really?
What's
He
his
boxes
name?
on like
Was
Jake
during-
Paul cards or something.
Yeah, he was even during Euphoria. Like he was always
Really?
doing that. Yeah.
Crazy.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry to bring this up, and I'm sure you've talked about it on My Mom's Basement, but is your guy gonna fight again?
He is gonna fight again. I don't want people to think that this fight cancellation is the end of Conor McGregor. This is not even really a cancellation. It's a postponement.
He got hurt.
He got hurt in training. Chael Sonnen went on ESPN. He said he's in rehab for drugs and alcohol. It's 100% false.
That guy's a
1,000% false.
loser.
Chael? I don't think he's a loser. I
He's
like
awesome.
Chael. I like Chael.
He's
I like
a
Chael.
loser.
He's great.
But
Tell him I don't like him.
Chael just makes up lies. Like, he told me on my show, he's like, oh, yeah, my parents were going to name me Michael. On the way to the hospital, my mom was like, giving birth. She got the idea, let's drop the MI, call him Chael. And I was like, whoa, really? That's pretty cool. He goes, no, but it's a better story. Like, he just,
I don't like that.
He came
Yeah,
on
I
our
don't
show.
like
He told us that John Jones, Valentina Shevchenko, and Holly Holm are in a love triangle. Like, he just says crazy shit for the sake of
I
saying
mean, that's
crazy
like
shit.
defamation at that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the McGregor one is too. He said he's in rehab right now. He definitely isn't. He got hurt. It's a small injury. They're going to try to rebook the fight in August or September. They don't want McGregor fighting at the Sphere in September because they're not going to be able to turn a profit on that show, apparently. They're like putting so much money into it production-wise. They're like, it's a one-off. We want to put on the greatest show of all time, but whatever.
I would kill to be there.
The other pay-per-view is going to be in Utah, and McGregor ain't fighting in Utah. So now they have to like create a new date for him, which potentially I might not be able to go to, if we're being honest. The rumored date is August 31st. Punk is in Philly that night.
Ooh.
I feel bad for Chandler, though.
I feel so bad.
He's been dying for this fight. And
It's been almost 2
he's
years
just waiting
since he
for
got
it
to
now.
fight because he agreed to this.
Also,
He
he's
just
so
strung
stupid
along.
for tweeting that out. Like, times McGregor and myself have pulled out with 0, and like an hour later it got pulled.
Yeah,
He had to have known.
No, I don't think they told Chandler.
No,
That's
he was
the
on
saddest
his.
part
He
is
was like on his way out to some presser in Manchester,
and
or
they
some
and they
shit.
told him, yeah. And
I
like,
guess,
don't get
yeah,
Ireland.
he's not the main draw, so it's like
Yeah.
they don't really.
He's on call. They're like, we'll call you
Yeah,
when he's
when
ready.
he's
Right.
ready. Yeah,
Just stay fit.
yeah,
But
But
yeah.
I respect it though too. I would wait for it as well. It's a huge fight.
yeah.
All right,
UFC is kind of they're looking to put Chandler over in a sense, right? You don't think so?
Maybe a little bit, but like, I don't know. Like McGregor and the UFC have an interesting relationship at this point because McGregor wants equity bad, and I don't think they want to give it to him at all. So there's an interesting like. Yes, he's the biggest star. They love him, of course. He's going to promote the biggest gate, the biggest buys, all of that. But how much power do they actually want to give him? Where it's
Wait.
like, do they want to give him a piece of the
Yeah.
What,
company?
what do you? They would give him that at this point in his career?
I don't think they want to. But McGregor has been pushing for it so hard for years now.
But what's the upside for the UFC to give him that? I don't understand. 'Cause
Well, it would've
like, how
been-
many
He
more
would
fights does
become
he have?
Yeah, it
he
would've
would
been
become an
upside more.
ambassador of the sport the rest of his life, for the UFC at least.
Okay.
You could use him to, if you wanted to, have him host a fucking press conference in Ireland. With
now I
Next
know he's your
Generation or-
guy and everything, but is he too much of a wild card? Is that the hesitation?
That's the allure.
I know
I don't
that's
know. I think it is a
his
little bit. I
allure
think
to
Marty's
us,
probably
but
right.
on a business
True.
sense,
Would you
Well, the
guys,
business
Dana
sense,
White.
you would give him a chunk, and he wouldn't have like. I don't think. He would
I know he
have power.
wouldn't have
be
day-to-day
matchmaking,
responsibility and shit like that. He would just be like the face, but like,
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
do you want to?
They're owned by WME IMG, which it's like they own like the ESPNs they're partnered with now too. ESPN's partnered with Disney. McGregor doesn't have the best headlines coming out all the time, so
Yeah.
that could be a factor as well. So it is like, I don't know how much power they actually do want to give him.
We actually talked about this the other day. I don't think so, but do you think at one point in our lifetime during sports will a player get equity in the franchise? Like only one right now in the NFL would be like Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's the only guy that you would ever say like this guy's going to be here for another 10 years. He is everything.
I think
Give
if
him a
it would be anything,
0.5%.
it'd be like the UFC, a new sport that is still in his
But
infancy.
UFC also like that can change in a second.
Dude, it might even be Caitlin Clark.
I mean,
Oh,
that would
that's
be
a good
smart.
call.
though.
That's
that
probably
would be
the
way
call
smarter
right
than
there.
anything
Right,
else.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
also,
That's
like,
the call right there.
even if you gave it to Mahomes, he gets hurt. It's over. Like sometimes
over,
it doesn't. Sometimes
Yeah.
it fucks up.
bro.
That's why I don't think it could work.
I
But
feel like
I don't think it's
fucking-
allowed anyways.
I don't
but
think.
no, I think it.
Are
Like,
you
I think
saying
they, like,
equity while they were playing?
Yes.
I don't think that's
illegal,
allowed.
right?
No,
Yeah.
I think they were
don't
like
think that's-
people were talking about changing that.
changing
too.
that rule.
Because like Mahomes owns like part of the Royals, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Yeah.
That way, like,
But he,
But
Yeah.
I feel like if LeBron
small
didn't get it
sense, yeah.
and Tom Brady didn't get it, I think
or is they're saying because like it's been in talks
Yeah.
of like changing it, like the players' union's trying to get that changed. But like you're not going to give it to like just your cornerback or something. It's only
Yeah.
going to probably go to like
Like a generational talent.
That's
Yeah.
also like a dangerous game too for the owners because then if you have an equity partner, then they are entitled to know everything that goes on,
100%.
and then it goes into CBA. It's like, no, we're actually making X.
And there's also, it's not crazy though that like people just have downfalls out of nowhere too. He gives the guy
That
equity,
too.
and all of a sudden
Yeah.
this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
Fuck.
it's obviously different, but that's the famous Derrick Rose got like 10 years, $250 million from
Adidas.
Adidas,
Yeah.
right before he got hurt.
Yeah.
100%.
Like they definitely lost a lot of money.
Good for him for getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah, for
that's
sure.
where it's like good for him for getting it. But it's interesting to think about of like if players had equity, because then also they're carrying 10 times more too.
Yeah, and they'll always be with the like. I think there's a world where obviously you can't fight forever, but McGregor, his mouthpiece is never going to die.
Could he be in the booth someday, do you think?
Yeah. I bet it, I don't know if he would. I don't know how much he would like it. Like you would have to put him in a position where it's almost like you throw to McGregor mid-round and you're like, "What do you think about this?" I don't know if he would want to do like play-by-play if he has the patience for that. But he also has like he's talked about opportunities in like Saudi Arabia, where if he were to go lose his next fight, I think he would be like, I'm retiring from the UFC and I'm going to go box Manny Pacquiao in Saudi Arabia for $200 million.
Right.
And I think there is something to the UFC being like, well, what if we give you a slice of this? And instead of doing that, you promote Chandler versus so-and-so on pay-per-view next. You know, like somehow be a part of the promotion, make appearances for the UFC, talk about the brand. That's what he wants.
Dude, imagine if they created stables like this. Like, obviously, Khabib is really involved. I think he might have just retired from his involvement in his, like, guys. Like,
Yeah,
like
Islam
training his
and all
guys.
that,
But, like, imagine that. Like, Conor and
he said
fucking
he's not-
Khabib. Like,
he said that's all fake.
Khabib, well, he cornered Islam in the last fight, but he has like taken a step back to like focus on family and stuff.
imagine that. Like, they still keep that rivalry going through, like, their
Like team versus team almost.
exactly.
I do think that's like a missing piece for boxing and combat
Like
sports
more
in general.
specific managers, promoters. That used to be a thing. It's tough with the UFC because like you can't have a promoter come in with you because Dana is the promoter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they
But
ain't
it's
going to be
like-
doing it forever either.
I mean, back in the
talking
day,
more
like
like a
Dana
GM.
brought Chuck Liddell to Japan for like tournaments, and Dana was his mouthpiece. I mean, when McGregor fought Mayweather, Dana would like come out at the press conference and introduce Conor as his promoter. Like people love that shit.
Could Conor take the Dana chair one day? Not,
No.
you know, not
Dana's-
listen, not all of the fucking business side. Don't get me wrong, but can he do the weigh-ins?
saying?
Can he do
the face of it? I actually think the guy is Daniel Cormier.
He's awesome at it.
He's great.
He would be really
great.
good. I think Hunter Campbell will handle the behind the scenes stuff. He's kind of the mover and shaker already.
Is that the British dude
No,
with the beard? Who am I thinking of?
British dude with the
He's usually on
Bisping?
fight night. No, it's not. I don't.
Oh,
is it
Michael Bisping.
Is it
maybe?
Bisping?
That's what I'm saying. It's Bisping.
Okay.
So Hunter Campbell's a behind the scenes guy, but he's like Dana's right hand man who like makes the contracts, books the fights. He'll probably continue to handle that when Dana's gone one day. But I feel like you need like a public face, like a Daniel Cormier.
yeah.
John Anik could probably do it. John Anik's like below.
Joe Rogan wouldn't
He's
do
a
it.
beast.
No, Rogan has gone down to he only does American pay-per-views at this point. So he'll only do like 8 fights a year,
That's
9
so-
fights a year,
so,
something
like,
like
he's
that.
got a
And
lot
he's-
to do.
I'm
He's
far
very-
too busy / rich to be.
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
that
And
far.
he's very on record saying when Dana's done, he's done.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking
there
of
this-
sports, though, real quick, NASCAR's coming to Chicago this summer. 2 days full of racing and nonstop entertainment. 4th of July weekend. NASCAR racing through downtown Chicago, the iconic Grant Park. Entertainment-filled weekend with your favorite artists featuring Keith Urban, the Chainsmokers, and the Black Keys, plus Lauren Elena. The 2024 Chicago Street Race will be the most talked about event of the year. I'm excited for it. We went last year. It was great. The only thing that stunk was the weather. That's going to be better this time. I have high hopes. The way
We're
that
doing
they
it back-to-back weekends.
Yeah.
We're doing
Yeah,
it
we
in
are.
Nashville and then Chicago, and that's
the way that they transformed like the city that we've lived in our whole lives to that was just
It
crazy.
makes
It's-
no sense.
it's
but
insane.
awesome.
And then when you go on like Lakeshore, that stretch now, you're like, there's a track here. Like, it makes no sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's really cool. NASCAR definitely did a cool thing.
$99. That's it.
Not bad. Not
That's a
bad.
good.
fantastic
Yeah.
ticket.
Not bad. NASCAR's back in Chicago for 4th of July weekend. Purchase Barstool's $99 special ticket offer for general admission on Sunday. Go do it, guys. It's honestly a great event. NASCAR's the best.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Interesting times for the UFC.
Interesting time. So I pulled up Javon Walton. That's the little kid from Euphoria. He's
Oh, yeah.
no longer you kid. I'm watching him fight right now. I am terrified of this kid.
Yeah, he's
I'm
quick.
terrified of this
Fuck
fucking
you up.
kid.
Yeah.
Was him Ashtray in the show?
I
You-
think so. Something like that.
Yeah, that's
Ashtray?
it was Ashtray. Yes. You might follow him on Instagram. There's this. He's probably like 10. He's a little boxer. El Oso Barrow or something. He's got like the fastest hands of all
Never
time.
start off. Do you follow
I
this
know,
kid
what
on
the
Instagram?
fuck?
He's 10.
Yeah, you probably follow him. He's a little kid. What? Excuse me?
You can follow someone.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. Yes. Pause.
By the way, I'm still going to UFC 303 next
Are ya?
weekend. Yeah.
Where is that?
I'm not pulling out. It's in Vegas.
That's the
McGregor
Vegas
was
one?
supposed to
That's
Yeah,
big
yeah.
of you. That's big of you. Even though I don't know if that's.
I thought about
I don't know
pulling
if that's a
out.
team player though.
Well, I thought about contacting the UFC and being like, we're a package deal. If McGregor pulls out, I pull out. But they said they're going to give me a table on Media Row. They're doing like UFC X. It's like
Alright,
it's like WrestleMania World kind of thing.
Fuck the team, Bob.
So I said, all right. If it gets back to Dana that I pulled out because McGregor pulled out, he might be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you're
yeah,
the
he
UFC
would.
guy, not the Conor guy.
Yeah, he would not like that.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy
That's
that you
awesome
have
for
like
you.
that kind of a relationship with Dana too.
Well, they just put out this series on the Roku channel, which this is not an ad, but it's awesome. It's 3 episodes. It's like Hard Knocks for the front office of UFC.
Oh.
So it's like day-to-day matchmaking.
Yeah.
Fucking offering a fighter this fight. They turn it down. Let's scramble to get like another fighter on if someone gets injured. It's amazing. There's a dramatic scene, where they break the news to John Jones that he has a torn pec. And like, there's a picture of me and Dana White just in the background of the whole scene. This is best uncle ever. And there's the pillow that I gave him that says like,
Oh,
what the fuck does
shit.
Darren
There you go.
Marvell know about fighting?
I saw
like
you
shit
tweet
like that is
Very
insane.
funny.
The fact that that's just
Yeah.
in his office and has been
Yeah.
for years.
That's very cool.
that's awesome.
Dude, that sounds
great.
like an awesome series.
It is awesome.
It's basically being in a war room for the
Yeah.
NFL draft.
The only issue with it is that it's 3 episodes. Like everyone wants Netflix to now pick it up and do like a 10 episode, like a whole season or something.
Yeah.
But it's awesome. It's like free on Roku. You just got to get the Roku app.
Don't you think it's crazy that no one from Barstool, like a young person, maybe 21, 22, has just been like the Jake Paul of Rough and Rowdy? Like, they should just fight in every Rough and Rowdy.
There are a couple
No,
guys
no,
like
like
there.
Barstool and
He means a
Barstool
Barstool
guys.
employee, yeah.
like Billy
Like
Football
Billy.
would have been a great guy.
I feel like Billy would be the only one.
You're just fighting. Was it four a year?
Yeah.
4 a year, 4 fights. It would be the coolest thing to be like the Barstool employee that does it. Like we all root for.
Yeah, I
him.
think that's smart. I mean, I got a guy that his brain's rattling around already, so he probably wouldn't mind. Nicky Smokes, you know?
Yeah, but you have. But that's not a
You
guy.
do have to,
That's
like-
not a guy who's going to commit to
I was
training.
going to say, you got to start training, committing, like change your lifestyle, change your
worst-
diet.
3
He'd
months
also
of my
be.
life.
He rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
But
I like Nicky Smokes.
Me too, but that'd be great. He'd be
yeah.
good for that part. But, the training
the
part.
idea of the whole company rallying around Nicky Smokes feels far fetched.
But again,
I
if
think
we
they
go
would.
against him,
I
would
like
be
Nicky
also
Smokes.
kind of
I'd
funny
rally
too.
behind
Yeah.
him.
Everybody
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah, we like
like
him.
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of funny if we all
He's
turned
just a
on him.
douchebag.
Yeah, he's just
but
like
he's
a
our
South
douchebag.
Florida douchebag.
Yes.
Our douchebag.
Yeah.
That's what everyone who asked me, hey, how's Nicky Smokes? I was like, he's a
I like
douchebag.
it. Yeah.
He's 23 and from Miami.
He's making a mockery.
only
of his
23?
hair. Making
I
a
think he's
mockery.
24.
Is he?
now.
He's
I thought he was older than me.
listen. He's making a mockery of a hair. Yeah, like people with bad hair. He's not part of the group anymore.
You know?
No, he's out.
He's out.
Why?
out.
Why?
He's making a mockery. He's shaving it. He's making
Yeah.
so much. It's listen.
Throwing a
Yeah,
hat
yeah.
and like us.
Throw on a hat and fucking have the insecurities down to yourself.
Yes, exactly. Is it that hard, you douchebag?
Yeah. Thank
Speaking
you,
of
Dave.
This
which,
fucking guy. And he weaseled his way into the hair plug thing in Turkey with us.
That's sad.
That's sad.
That's
as the guy who's making a mockery of balls.
yeah. Don't make a mockery.
speaking of
of
which,
anyone else can make fun of us.
You
The people
guys-
in the club,
you guys need to get together and send Landon Donovan a care package with a bunch of heads.
Oh,
bro. How
don't know
can
what
you?
that was.
Did you see the text?
yeah.
The text that he sent was like, the doctor told me it was going to be not noticeable. Bro, you can look yourself. It's very noticeable because they take the hair out of the back.
Oh,
of
he
your
just
head.
had it done?
Yes, because they shave the back of your head.
Yes,
and
yes,
pull
yes.
out the good hairs and plug them onto the top, and he just went on national television.
Yeah.
I get the process. I didn't know the backstory.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that the doctor said that it's gonna be not noticeable. It's
Yeah.
like, bro,
Pretty fucking noticeable.
yeah,
I mean, that was all over Twitter yesterday.
yeah.
There it is.
Look at
Oh, I didn't see that.
the first comment
see
was
that?
like, "I'm not saying anything. There might be something wrong with him." And it's like, no, he's just got a hair transplant.
Yeah. He
Also,
just
shave
shaved
the
it.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
shave the whole thing at that point.
And then let it grow back.
Right. Bob Fox, this is a change of subject. Has anybody ever told you look like Tyler Glasnow?
This is so funny. I said the other day, probably 2 weeks ago in the office, I said, you guys want to hear something weird? White Sox Dave thinks I look like Tyler
Did I-
Glasnow, and nobody has said
Yeah, I
that
gotta
before.
tell you, I literally just interviewed Tyler Glasnow. I see nothing.
I don't think I see it. I looked him up. He's the one that people say looks like Cillian Murphy.
He does also look
And
like
I don't think
Cillian
I look
Murphy.
anything like
You
either
have-
of them.
I would take that though.
I think it's
that's a
because
hot-looking guy.
I wear hats.
Yeah,
and I
hat
have a
hair.
little bit of hair
You have
coming
long,
out the
you have
back.
long
Yeah.
hair. You have long
I
hair.
think
If you
that's
took
as far
your-
as it goes, though.
If you took your
So it's not just long
it's
hair.
it's
though.
hats and long hair.
Yeah,
That has
but
to
like
Take
it's
my
that.
hat off.
Oh, it doesn't look like Robbie.
No, I don't think it does either. But your hair is
the still shots are
pretty similar.
bad.
Great hair.
Yeah, very good hair.
Thanks.
You have outstanding hair.
Appreciate it.
He's
It's a little wild, to be
I
honest.
like him.
Yeah, so those two
Glasnow?
guys,
Like
Cillian
per-
Murphy and Glasnow, I could see.
I
that.
totally see that.
Yeah.
Personality-wise, I thought he was way cooler than I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be.
He
more
opens
like-
up a little bit. Did he open up?
Yeah,
for
yeah, he opens
because he
up
lets
a
it
little.
rip on when I've listened to him
Yeah,
on shows.
he opened up a lot, being like,
Talked about his arm and how they've. Yeah.
yeah, he's talking about Otani and shit.
I
Like,
love that's the.
What's he got on
Did
Otani?
he talk
He
about
was-
his arm, the pitcher?
Well, no, his. I mean,
He's had issues with
just
his
the
arm.
back.
he's had a lot of issues,
Yeah,
and
I
he's
know.
like, these fucking guys don't let me do my own thing, and here I need Tommy John now. Just let me throw, and I will handle my arm. That's basically what he said a couple years ago.
Would you be mad if I threw out the first pitch at Wrigley?
No, why would I be mad?
Thanks, Chief.
No. Wait, would Eddie be mad?
Yep, he said.
He's not allowed.
I got.
He's got a
I got
podcast
asked,
with
right?
Justin.
They asked Steele if Marty would like to do it.
Ooh.
Marty. Then you're gonna turn it down because
No,
you don't want
he-
to
Oh,
cross Ed?
absolutely not. I'd push him
in front of a bus to throw
literally
out the first pitch.
Yell "fuck you, Eddie" while I'm doing it. I also already know what I'm gonna be. I'm throwing curveball.
Oh.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
Can I have a ticket to the game at least?
Of course.
Okay, all right.
I more so wouldn't really care about the first pitch. I would care about the seventh inning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something
That's-
that you
that's
would be allowed to
100.
do.
I wouldn't. I don't
You
think
get
they
to
would
do
invite me for
both.
that.
Whoever throws the first pitch.
A lot of
take
a
me
lot
out
of
the time.
Sometimes,
do
yeah, but it's
throw
not
you.
automatic at all.
Like
It's
that's
usually
like,
someone that's got either Chicago roots or a past player.
yeah. Like
It's-
that's
it's fucking
yeah.
Jack White or Bill Murray or CM Punk.
Right,
Exactly.
I
exactly.
honestly wish we had a camera on Eddie, and it was the most pure moment when he was on the field. When he was on Wrigley Field, it was the most pure thing I've ever seen.
I was so jealous of
And
that.
I
We
was-
just walked up and touched
when
it.
he was touching it, he was
Yeah.
like, it was. Steele's wife was like, "You want to run the bases?"
she didn't know. She's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're from here? Like you're a Cubs fan?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been on the field."
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy.
I talked about it the next day. Dave was like, "What's the big deal?" I
Eddie-
go on the field all the time.
I felt.
Dave took the wind out of my sails the next day.
I felt. I even. I
Well,
was
you
like,
did
that's-
like your initial comment was like, "You won't believe how big it is." It's like, nah, it's pretty fucking big.
No, you do feel.
No, yeah.
They never been on it, Ed. They never been on it.
But that's
you
the thing. Like I thought I have been on it.
You have.
I've been into a million concerts there.
That's-
that's different. I know.
Right after a game,
With
it's different.
literally me and fucking 12 grounds crew guys. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. It's awesome.
It was.
I would have run the
Steele and
bases.
Morrell.
With, yeah.
They were.
I hit a bomb at Sox Park in an All-Star game.
Really?
Off a kid I actually played
Oh,
with.
I got
that you
invited to
went
my first celebrity
school with.
softball game,
Did you?
the Pittsburgh one.
Oh, with
Cam-
Jerry?
Cam Hayward. I got the email.
I got. When is that?
July 13th.
Yeah, I got that. I said no because I have a softball game that weekend.
You said no because you have your own softball game.
It's like a big
Charity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a big charity
you
thing.
would say that, not like I thought it was this intramural game.
No.
Dave's got a big game at UIC.
But listen, there is something about listen, from your perspective, you get it. Guy is the fucking Yankees grease guy of all Yankees grease guys. And,
Explain.
to see him wear a Cubs hat, it's like,
Oh, I know.
I watch. every
Believe me,
Cubs game.
I've been judging him in my head.
It's a
since
little
he's been
better.
here.
Yankees have.
yeah, it's different.
I have
leagues,
nothing to
for
do.
sure.
The Yankees are my number one, no matter what. But they are up 10-0 every game, so I go turn on the Cubs.
And it's not fun to
It's
watch.
not
the
fun.
opposite.
Last night was very upsetting.
But like
Oh,
at
are
the
they
same
getting killed tonight too?
They've blown 16 saves this
yeah.
year.
Hector Neris is one of the worst pitches.
I don't know. They keep throwing him out there.
And they have
Council's
no
like-
plans to not
He
stop
needs to
throwing
get
him
thrown out. Council needs to get thrown out of something, like something.
I said,
You just
tell
start-
your boy to start a fight tonight and
Yeah.
see if we can rally the boys, get the vibes
And
going.
he's pitching today, right?
Yeah.
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 I literally like. I'm
Did
like
they
a
start?
nervous-
Is that a 120 game?
No, no.
Last night.
I'm like a nervous girlfriend when I watch him pitch.
Yeah. I saw him. I saw him at the Trop. And
I get that.
I was like, all right.
I had a podcast of the White Sox player, and he started off the season 0 for 42.
Yeah, I remember that. One of my favorite stories to tell.
Historically bad start to the
Didn't you like
season.
stop the podcast when he got sent down?
He got sent down and then eventually released and everything.
Yeah,
So,
it's
what-
tough.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 episodes. Like he got called down right away.
Yeah. He started
Yeah.
for 42.
What?
There,
He started
I
over
swear to God,
42.
He hit a ball in.
Were you texting him?
I watched the.
Why are you pointing at me?
The
like
first
that?
game of the season at your house. We just got done recording. I sprinted to your house, and it was opening day, and he hit a ball that it was maybe 5 feet off the ground, just a screaming missile. The right fielder didn't move an inch, and if that ball would have split a gap, I think it would have
changed his whole
Were you
life.
texting him, being like, "What are we gonna talk about today?" That you have.
Duh.
That's,
Like I would have, because Justin always does good, you know. So I it's usually just like not his fault.
But Palka he was third in Rookie of the Year before.
Oh,
He hit like almost 30 bombs.
Basically, you ruined his career.
Pretty much. Yeah. I did. Yeah, amongst others, amongst other players. But yes, I did.
Amongst other
yeah.
players.
You ruined
It was a
his
record. I
career.
think it was over 42. It was a record to start the season.
Who was the guy who you fixed his swing though?
Adam Engel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that story? So you got to tell that story.
So
He's like,
they
"Of course I
used
like
to.
this
They used to. This is back in 2018 or 19. This is a while ago. White Sox have their off-season fan convention. It's at the Hilton downtown. Where have you ever seen The Fugitive?
No,
The movie.
Just
Okay. Anyway,
Doesn't matter.
I have not seen the future.
Oh, I love
in-
The Fugitive.
So
Great.
the
Harrison
scene,
Ford?
yes, the
First movie
scene
I watched this
where
year.
he calls out the doctor in front of everybody. This is the room I'm talking about. This is where I was with Adam Engel, this White Sox player.
Oh shit.
And him and I we're drinking. People are coming up buying us drinks, and we're ripping shots with everybody. He's having a great time with all the fans and everything. And eventually, after like 4 hours, we were on our phone breaking down his swing, and I was giving him pointers. And my pointers were absolutely fucking correct.
This is not mean. He didn't think it was like a Make-A-Wish thing, did he?
No.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't.
We had known each other
Yeah.
for a minute.
That's funny though.
Yeah.
You broke
How
it down
long
the
did you
swing.
do? How long did that interaction of not the 4 hours, just the you and him going
30 minutes.
Okay, 30
It
minutes
was
is a long time.
We
though.
were like going back and forth, like, what about this? What about that? It was good conversation.
It is.
I would love to have
love
him
that.
on to retell his version
Yes.
of that.
It was
This guy
him.
wouldn't leave me alone.
No, he came up to our table.
no,
I know.
It'd be
retired,
funny
right?
to.
Uh,
You retired.
I don't
that
think
year?
I don't think by.
He's not
choice
that
per
old.
se.
Yeah.
He was with San Diego last year.
Yeah.
You never
he's
admitted how
constantly
right I don't want to get into it.
Oh, yeah, he retired.
No, we don't have to.
I don't
but
want to.
I
You never
have
admitted
though.
how right I was about the White
But
Sox.
you were absolutely right. But you were right not because of anything
He didn't
you
show his
knew.
work.
No, I
or-
did
yeah,
say like
it's-
your young core wasn't going to be good.
But you didn't know that it wasn't going to be good. You didn't look
said
at
it
those
was.
players and say
Yeah,
that
Tim Anderson. How's he doing?
he's horrible.
One of the worst players in baseball.
But that was we were arguing years ago. You didn't.
This
You
is
didn't.
2019, 2020.
I knew
Yeah,
they were gonna be
you
bad.
didn't. You
But
didn't.
how did you know that? though?
Because I know how. I could tell you this. The organization is dog shit.
That's
They
true.
don't know how
That's
to
true.
keep players and make them want to stay on the team and make them better. They are abysmal of an organization. You could have Aaron Judge on your team. I think you'd ruin him.
Yeah.
I truly do. Until something changes there, that organization. It's like the Mets.
While
it's
I
like
get
the-
your
it's like
point,
the
I think
Bears and
there
quarterbacks.
are some players
Yeah.
that are White Sox proof, and he'd be one of them. However, largely, yeah, they ruin everything they touch. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean, all of the core came up and had a pretty good first year, and
Yeah.
then
you remember Eloy Jimenez tearing apart the
No,
Yankees his first few
The
years.
first year and a half, they were great, and it was like this team.
The cornfield
should
game
have
was what ruined it.
the core.
that
That's
was
where it
that
went.
was the peak.
That was the fulcrum. Or
Thanks, Bob.
Say, Bob. Hey, tap someone in.
see if Smitty's
See if
around.
some-
He's
if
a
someone's
loser.
out there, tap him in.
I might need to leave for 2 minutes,
All right, that's fine.
but I'll come back.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
let's
myself.
real quick. Let's talk
Well,
about
go
Chevy
take
Drive
a
Chicago.
piss or whatever you got to do, and we'll do an ad read.
Yeah, Chevy Drive Chicago. We know Chevy Drive Chicago, but this summer, Chevy also sails Chicago. Your local Chevy dealers want to give you and your friends a chance to win a boat charter on Lake Michigan this summer, partnered with Tailgate the Lake. That's a nice deal.
There's nothing better. I love that boat.
Oh, yeah.
I love that boat.
With Captain Ron.
Captain Ron. It's a great ad.
There he is.
Oh, Vibbs came in like he's
Like Kramer.
yeah. But yeah, the lake. There's nothing better, and like when you're down on the lake and you're on the land and you just look at out all these people with their boats. There's not much that makes me more jealous than that. But if you have the Miller Lite boat, that you can't.
It's
be topped.
we're talking about
Everybody knows it,
boys.
too.
We're talking
Chevy.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Talking
sorry.
about the
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Chevy. The
Is
Chevy.
Captain Ron Chevy boat?
He might be.
Yeah.
You guys are idiots.
He might
Listen, we don't know who your captain's going to be. The Chevy boat's awesome as well. Lake Michigan, the playpen. You guys know the drill. You guys also know the drills about the Silverados, the Colorados,
The Blazer.
the Blazer. The
You got
Equinox,
yourself a Blazer.
the
How's that thing
Traverse.
doing?
Yeah, it's great.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Head to ChevyDriveChicago.com to enter to win. Shop around for a new SUV and locate your local Chevy dealer today. Vibbs, welcome in.
That was kind of dumb of us, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are stupid.
You're stupid.
I mean, it's an easy mistake to make.
I got boats on the brain. I
Yeah.
thought of the wrong boat, but it's still
awesome.
a boat's a boat, and I almost did it again. The Chevy boat's great. The Chevy boat is great.
What's up, Vibbs?
Not too much. Thanks for having me. I'm out of breath for my entrance.
Oh,
I came in way hot. I tried to come in hot, but I didn't know the door would
you
open
came in
that.
hot.
I didn't know the door would open that quickly.
yeah, that was a quick door run. We should talk about you getting hacked.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. What happened?
I got a DM from, it was the MLB draft account. It's the official account that got hacked. I looked at it and I clicked on the little emblem thing that said it's affiliated with Major League Baseball. And I saw like Aloha Mr. Hand follows it, which is I know you
It's
would
his
laugh
fault.
at that.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Hand, the guy that died from the
yes,
horse?
Yes.
All right.
So since I do commit copyright violation against Major League Baseball frequently, I thought it was real and I clicked on it and next thing I know, I'm hacked.
I think it's one of those situations, though. Like, I got an invitation via DM to a party from the people at Pirate Water.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted the girl, be like, is this spam or did you actually send me a link to a party? And she goes, no, that's real. So it's like anytime that, like, we're in the year 2024. I don't think you can just be haphazardly clicking on links from DMs ever. Yes.
Okay.
Did you fill out like your name and everything?
No.
Passwords.
Oh, it got you just from a click.
Yeah.
How does
Look at
that
everything.
work, though? I
That's
thought,
the main
because
thing.
remember for a while they were doing like Excel, like they're like, yeah, put down your password and your email.
Yeah, and your
Next
social-
generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was worse when you like actually filled out shit.
Yeah.
It's
You fill out
that
that
easy from a
But
click of a
like
fucking...
It's
the
everything.
the direct message I got was like the same email I get once a month from Major League
Yeah.
saying you committed copyright violation.
All right.
Delete this tweet. So I'm like, oh.
Buster Only just got hacked.
Yeah, he
It
did.
happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I hate Buster Only.
Yeah.
I've been blocked by him since 2013.
That scares me, though, I'll be honest. That,
Clicked?
just a click will do it now.
Yeah, right.
Bro,
Yeah.
but the thing is though, that scares you, but they have all your information and everything anyway.
Talk to me, Marty.
You're like hackers, too?
Yeah, like every single, not hackers, no, like
the government.
The government has that.
CIA.
Yeah, I take my stuff. I don't care, but like when you sign up for TikTok, you sign up for everything.
You're gonna get.
Give me
Oh,
your
you're going to get
information.
him
Yeah.
going.
Let's go.
I
love it. I
don't-
love talking about this. Shit.
fuck the Patriot.
What about the
Act.
power grid?
Yeah.
Get rid of that. Oh, I don't know about that. We got to get Jerry in here to talk about the
Power grid's bad.
Yeah.
Where
That's
do
just-
you stand on that, Vibbs? Do you care if the government's watching your shit?
Oh, I want to be off the grid as much as possible. There's nothing more manly than being off the grid.
I don't know how to do that.
Nothing.
And I won't take a single step to get off the grid, but I like the idea.
So when I realized I got hacked, and I'm like, I didn't reach out to Chuck or ask to get help. They all reached out to me and said we're on it for you. I'm like, okay. I wasn't gonna say a word. I had the time of my
There's
life in those 24
Nothing
hours.
less manly than asking for help.
That is very
That's
true.
very true.
Yeah.
That is
Pussy
very
for that.
true.
Do it on your own.
Such a bitch move.
What do you think? How happy was Portnoy when he got that email? Like he couldn't sprint to Twitter fast enough to make fun of you for that.
So happy.
Yeah. Because I think if it were
What was
maybe
his tweet, Lance? Pull that up.
I didn't even know he had it.
You didn't
Oh,
see this
yeah.
yet?
I didn't.
within 5 minutes of the email coming from Chuck, I feel like.
I was in the air on the way home from Tampa.
Yeah.
And then I landed. I see a text from Dana. Damn, WST got hacked.
I
And I was-
texted you too. I said, how the fuck this guy get?
Well, I was driving because that was Father's Day, and I was driving out to see my family, and I get a call from Rico. Like Rico doesn't just call me very often, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up, Rico?" He's like, "Did you see?"
Why
I'm like,
is
what?
Rico calling you about that? It's
He
so
just
funny.
he thought it was funny. It was kind of funny.
Oh, it was. Very
I don't think
funny.
that's worth a phone call funny or a text funny. If I saw it, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
batted
but
an eye.
you are such a
If you
hack.
got hacked, I would have seen it like. oh,
Sometimes
that
it's
sucks.
funnier when specifically when things happen to you, though.
Okay, sure.
That's
when you
don't
get a
think so?
company email about you.
Yeah.
If you guys start on Twitter, I would maybe
Right.
comment, but like getting a company email, be like, "Don't be a moron," like White Sox save. It makes you chuckle.
Sure.
I think it's fair.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I say this? I didn't think I would because I just heard the story in real time like everyone else. Like, kind of believable, Dave.
Yeah.
It was insanely believable.
Yeah,
This is the we all get the fucking the spam bot
The only thing
DMs
I'll
constantly.
give you-
This one looked legit because it hacked the
But it
actual
didn't have-
official draft account.
It
That's
didn't
Dave's
have
tweet.
It didn't have the X like that.
Breaking news.
If it-
No,
if
no,
it's-
no, no,
okay,
no,
'cause
no.
If it's
Local
that,
idiot
you're a
gets
fucking
hacked by
moron.
clicking a scam link. Story at 5.
But if it was a normal like back like a
Now, see,
Abby
that's
or-
where I think you might not be. I'm not going to say you're not telling the truth, but it fished.
I'll show you
But
the
did
account.
you get a DM from Dave after that?
I did.
I did too,
And it was that exact.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll show you the exact account.
Yeah, but the Abby's changed.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like I haven't seen I got my account hacked. and
Look,
taken
this is
over.
the exact account. It said followed by Mr. Hand, and then I clicked on it. It was the emblem for Major League Baseball. It has
Yeah.
the verifications. That's what I did. And I saw 194,000 followers. That was the account that was hacked. They didn't change anything.
Okay.
I looked at all the it had like actual videos and shit of all these because the draft's next month.
because baseball is crazy about that.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like as cut and dry.
It wasn't a
as-
porn bot or something.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, I got one from just it was an account that, weirdly enough, like has DM'd me before. So I saw like their regular DM from me, like something about college basketball, and then it was like, here's
Yeah.
like you've been copyright all this stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. Don't click nothing.
Yeah. I feel like back in the day it would have taken a lot longer to get your account back too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel like you
I had it
in
back the next
24
morning.
hours. Yeah.
It wasn't even 20. It was
Yeah.
like 16 hours.
Yeah. Shout out Elon.
Is your account still weird though?
Yeah, it won't let me change the username. I don't know.
So you're still violation Node X?
No, I could change I got
just
the
a
thing.
period.
Yeah, it's just a period.
That's it.
It let me edit the profile. I think I could probably edit the picture and shit now, but I'm just letting it go.
Yeah, because you're.
I like being off the grid.
Make
This
sure,
is like halfway there.
Make sure all
Yep,
you
halfway.
guys have
Next-
a different password for every single thing.
I used to, and then I was sick of remembering all those passwords for every different
That's the
thing,
problem.
and now it's I had to go and change everything
You have to.
yesterday.
Have
Did you
it
change
for
them all to the
something.
same thing? Basically, no.
You can't. That was number one thing at counterterrorism. Every single thing. Change.
Can't save all of them in the Notes app.
No, because that's worse. Because then they
Yeah.
can just hack your phone.
Yeah.
Damn.
I heard.
Why do people
the way
gotta
to get
fuck with my
hacked,
shit?
Just don't get hacked. I heard Snapchat's the one thing that everyone.
I
how they-
deleted that.
I haven't had.
I don't. I mean, I don't think any of us should. You definitely still have it.
Yeah, you snap.
That's crazy.
I got a group with some buddies, and like when we.
That's what my friends do too. But I think that Snapchat's.
I
Younger
had it
generation.
for like 3 months in 2016.
Oh, it was a big thing when I was in college.
Yeah, it came out like my
Yeah.
senior year.
I deleted Kush Smoka 69.
No, it was when I was
my
in college.
Snapchat.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Do you like
Gone.
to smoke Kush?
No, that was the thing. I made one just to make one, and I was like, "What's the weirdest thing I can do?" And I didn't really smoke Kush.
Paid on.
But smoking Kush in 69, cool.
Nice.
Heard that.
Yeah, like a lot.
Were
of
you
money.
when you were in counterterrorism? Were you like on the fast track to being director of the CIA or something?
No, it was my dad was a detective for 30 years, and his best friend was the chief of counterterrorism. So I just worked there. I was
For,
at,
like
like,
New York
the-
City or the country or
for New York City.
New York City.
Yeah,
You ever do anything cool?
Yeah, I would be in like with the police commissioner meetings and like all that stuff. I would ride in helicopters.
Did you ever hear anything that scared the shit out of you?
Yeah.
You want
Anything
No.
you can talk about?
No,
Can't talk about it.
No.
Tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you
Okay.
later.
Like
Alright.
off? You'll
Not
actually
like-
tell me off record.
Yeah, not like terrifying, but it was like, oh my god.
Like that would be bad.
There's a
Yeah.
show on
Power Grid.
Netflix right now called Terrorism Close Calls, and it's everything. It's exactly how it sounds, and it's very
Sometimes
sweet.
I-
I wonder how often that kind of shit happens.
I think I told you guys, but like
There was one in Queens on the Queens Highway that it was kind of recent.
the most thing I loved was I would go with my dad to mostly rich people's houses, a lot of like couples, and search for listening devices. So like the husband would call, be like, "Hey, I think my wife is listening to me." We'd go to the house, sweep for bugs, and it was the
That's
coolest
kinda
thing in
awesome.
the fucking world.
Would you find some?
We found one.
Okay.
I did like probably 10 of them, and I found one, and they like got a divorce and like a whole thing, a
Wow.
whole investigation. It was
Fuck.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, have you been to one of those spy stores that like sell that stuff? Like, they have them in New York. It's
There's one by our office.
yeah, 100. I went in there with like Youngstown Bob. We were trying to film something, and we went in there to check it out. But it has to be the saddest place on the planet because every guy in there is like, yeah, I think my wife is fucking someone else, and I want to catch her.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh.
Just hired cheaters.
Oh,
I see like
man
even
got
that
stabbed.
stuff like an app like the Apple tag. Like the
the
only reason,
AirTag,
the only reason that exists is to like stalk people in my brain. Like, why?
No,
What's the Apple tag?
keep track of your
A
luggage.
little like quarter thing.
Oh, like what they said
And
they'll put on
Mincy.
Mincy or
Yeah,
whatever?
I could give you 3 reasons why.
Why?
Your luggage, like Vibbs said. That's
People have been
a
finding
lot of people
have been finding their luggage since the beginning of time without that.
A lot of people put them on their dogs too.
Also,
Mine is
no.
chipped.
your dog.
But you can't.
You were
can't-
not gonna say your dog.
Your
You were
keys?
not gonna say
You
your
weren't
dog.
going to say that. But
And
you can't just go and track your dog. They got to be taken to a shelter and they got to be scanned.
Yeah.
An Apple tag, you can just track it.
Yeah, I suppose.
You know they lose bags like every day.
No, I know, but like I do
That's so
think
seriously.
I think that
But he act like we've been finding luggage.
we
for
have.
the beginning of time. It's like
I think, but you also hear the horror stories where like girls will find them like in their car, and it's like some creep like put it on their car.
but that's
Yeah.
why they're actually pretty good because it tells you when one latches onto you.
Is that true?
Yeah, when it's like kind of like if I had one in this room, you guys would all get an alert.
Notifications.
Yes,
And,
be like, hey, there's an AirTag near you, like just so you know, like
Now, if you want to track a girl, the spy store is the place to go. They won't know about it.
What else do they have in the spy store?
Yeah, talk to me about this.
Oh, they got cameras and pins. They got listening devices and fucking hockey pucks that you can just like
Dude,
put them. It's crazy.
I went to one when I first started. Remember Deadspin.
dude, yeah, I
I
remember
went
that
to
video.
Deadspin's
I remember
awards
that.
party.
Yeah, yeah.
And wore glasses with a camera in it, so I could
I remember
spy
that.
on it. And I was like talking to all the people that Dave like hates, and like saying like, "Yeah, Dave sucks," right? Just so I could get their reaction. And then they finally kicked me out, but the glasses worked fantastic.
How much you drop on those?
They weren't very expensive. It was like $150, I think.
Yeah, so
Like,
not-
it wasn't anything
not
crazy.
crazy.
Expensive.
Yeah.
This is the time to open a spy store.
You still have them?
What?
You still have them?
No, because I think like I gave it to Donnie because Donnie like always does that shit. Like he always does something filming with his glasses on or something. Yeah.
This is the time to open a spy store. Cameras have never been cheaper.
Yeah.
They've never been smaller.
You know what I do like though? Rhea brought back like having a digital camera.
Yeah,
Like we
as
go on
opposed to a
vacation, it's just instead of a phone, like the pictures are 10 times better.
Yeah.
And everyone that like was taking a picture of it or something like, oh, this is really nice to have a camera again.
I don't know if I ever had one.
Because there's a Bluetooth now. It just goes right to your phone.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's not like you have to plug it into your computer anymore
Yeah.
and wait for it all comes out.
I know at weddings they started doing like disposable cameras.
Yeah,
I like that
yeah,
move.
I like
Hey,
that.
take
too.
pictures.
Yeah.
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 And
Polaroid.
someone takes
Yeah.
a picture of their ass probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah, you have to.
There's always one guy at the
Got-
wedding.
yeah. Also, carjacking is a big problem in America.
Yeah.
It's Apple tags have helped find.
Have they?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
a
swaying
big
me on
fan
that.
of
All
these
right.
Apple
Well, I'm just telling you.
This is Red Ed.
Yeah.
Always pro surveillance.
Also,
I tried fucking booby trapping my house with cameras last week.
Yeah, we went. We
And then
spent
he
the
tried
day
to
at
find
house.
his dad yesterday.
Yeah, I saw some of the clips. The clips were fantastic.
Yeah.
I would always. You're one of the people I would love. You like Meek Phil, somebody else. I said like just one day, just put the GoPro on your head, and then I want to live as you.
It's pretty boring.
Yeah, but to you,
Yeah,
Boring
exactly.
to
That's
you.
what I say.
You think you'd want the GoPro, or do you think you just want a hidden camera?
both.
Both.
Yeah. Like when you
No,
got when
you
you
need
got
to say
Cheeto
that
when
for,
you
like-
got Cheeto dust on your dog and called Smitty, I would have loved it.
That's all. You lied about that.
It was
stuff.
spaghetti sauce.
It wasn't spaghetti sauce. It was a rash, and I had to get a $500 prescription for it.
That's why I love you. That's
You called Smitty's wife for vet advice.
Yeah, because he ate a whole fucking rotisserie chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? She's a
yeah.
vet.
My
The
dog
bones
had
and
a
all?
rash.
Oh yeah, he swallowed it.
Oh,
He ate the whole thing in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, cooked bones. You're not supposed to, especially chicken. They splinter.
He was fine.
Yeah.
But he was probably so happy.
Oh, he was. He knew he was in trouble,
He was
but then
in
I'm
trouble,
like,
but
I
he
couldn't
ate-
even like put him in timeout because I was worried about him. So
Yeah.
he won that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as he was eating that stuff,
Yeah,
it
always.
was awesome.
Yeah, devoured it.
damn. You know the spyware I always think of is the glasses that have mirrors in them. so you could see behind you. You never seen those?
Yeah.
I had a,
James Bond shit.
I had a
like-
pair of those. as a
You'd have
kid.
to be the most paranoid person in the entire world.
Tommy Smokes is probably 5 pairs. Vibbs, I love that fucking video. I watched it 2 weeks ago with Tommy in the Ozarks. When you scared him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's always.
I haven't seen this. Can we pull this up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look up at Tom Scabelli and at the Jeff Vivert and put it. What would be the scared? Scare.
Punch me in the face. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I found
when
it pretty easily.
Is it Skibelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or technically it's Shibeli. He told me.
Don't say.
Shibeli.
Shabelli.
Yeah.
Don't give in to him. I was
He's just trying to
Oh,
sound
You've never
exotic.
seen this? Wait,
Yeah, I wanna-
Tommy's face.
He's mortified. He's terrified.
Yes. What were you gonna say, Marty?
I want to watch the video first, but I gotta talk about Tommy's last video that we did with him. It was fucking ridiculous.
Oh, the art.
Any
The
luck?
art show
Yeah.
was fucking.
Tommy,
No, Tommy
might make me laugh more than any person.
Oh,
at
it's
this
hilarious.
company.
So as he's pulling it up, we went to a legit art exhibit that people go to. They put out. Tommy's gonna put the video, so I won't spoil it. But we put on a full art show of him being the artist, but we acted out
I'll send it to you.
each painting. So each one of us, Kelly went up there, did a whole act of she's screaming. I went up there with Rhea. We did this whole love thing, and Pat and Fights went up there to do this whole something about being gay, and they smacked each other people. So the people in the crowd had no idea what was going on,
And they were buying it.
and they loved it. They loved it.
That's art douchebags for it.
Well,
But it was I almost respected them more because they didn't take it so seriously. But it was
Yeah.
also
oh, okay.
yeah.
So they were playing along.
yeah, they were
Okay.
not besides Maria and I, because they thought that was real art. I'm gonna tell you, we put on a fucking show.
that's
But
you
it
guys doing the schmoopy thing you guys usually do?
I'll show you what's the schmoopy thing.
schmoopy.
He's a
what's
bit of
that
a
mean?
schmoopy, isn't he?
Oh yeah, because I love her.
Just
I posted I love her.
that's very normal.
Yeah. No, I'm a big post guy.
PDA.
Yeah.
I'm a big
PDA.
PDA guy.
Yep.
But
Here
oh
it
yeah,
is.
that is.
It's incredible. Look at Tommy's face.
He was so wide-eyed.
He's the most scared human ever.
He's a very anxious. In his defense, though, on the streets of New York City, you don't know what
you
is
keep
out
your
there
head on
grabbing
a
you.
swivel.
You gotta,
Sure.
yeah.
Totally. I don't blame
But,
it at all, but it's just
Still,
funny
that
'cause-
face is.
Yeah.
That's
So
if I might give that face if someone was yanking the hook part of my backpack and tried trying to rip me off. But if I'm just getting a tap on the shoulder, I'm not I'm not gonna be skittish.
Right. It could be some.
I'd be a little
directions.
skittish.
Yeah, I
I'd be
think
like,
you'd be
what?
more
I'd be more
skittish
like, what
than
the fuck? Then,
I'd be like-
yeah. Do you know that about the modern art thing, real quick? The CIA was behind all of that,
The
Jackson Pollock and all those people who spend hundreds of millions of dollars on modern art. CIA was doing that to promote individualism as a thing that communists would never have. This,
wow.
yeah.
wow.
So now people spending billions of dollars on art that objectively sucks, like the banana tape.
Yeah.
That whole thing was born out of the CIA.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
just saying, everything's a fucking grift and a take.
Always.
Always.
All right, boys. We're going to wrap this up.
All right,
Vibbs,
tell me
thank
that
you.
Story.
Thanks for having me,
I will.
boys.
Yeah.
It's quick. It's not that crazy, but it's
Oof.
definitely the power grid.
What happened, Dave?
Nothing.
No,
Just
that's
a
person doing-
bad nature video. Little swan got
Before we
stuck
go,
in
are you? We didn't even talk about what happened down there.
What?
The Tate and Kelly.
Oh,
Are you like? I'm not. I never know how to because I didn't see it yet. I still haven't.
I haven't seen
I've
it
seen
either. I've been
clips.
recording all day.
I watched probably 5 or 7 minutes
How would
of it.
you go about? Because when I went about it, when Tate was taking shots at me for a while, I just went straight up to him, but what's going on? Right when I got to Chicago, I went and then Titus too. Honestly, I went straight up to Titus. I was like, hey, what are we doing? And then we figure it out. I don't know how I didn't know how they should handle it. I was trying.
What was their reaction when you did that?
Titus was more taken aback that I was nice. I think he thought I was going to be an asshole and kind of come in and
Why did you and Titus go at it?
Rico kind of got us.
It was like
into
time
it.
slot thing.
Yeah, time slot.
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
and
that's right.
Rico
Okay.
somehow Rico got me into it. But I think it depends who the person I'm just not mean in person, so I know I can't be like that.
Do you think that if you were on the other side of one of those two, it would have gone differently? Because they feel like they're both like so dug in.
Theirs is deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs is, I think, more real.
Yeah.
Where like mine was kind of, it was like it annoyed me.
It was
but
more
I'm
of like an
fine.
internet thing than a
yeah,
real
more a little
thing.
more internet
Yeah.
took it more seriously.
Yeah.
They seem to really hate each other.
Oh, they hate each other's guts.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she hates his guts. I think he doesn't really.
I think he
kind of does.
But
Well,
I don't think
says like off camera that I don't have any problem with her, which is like easy to
he
say.
shouldn't have a problem because he doesn't know her at all.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting how to handle it because she was like, I don't know. I don't want to be the person coming in and being like yelling at him, and I don't know. It didn't seem like he wanted to say something. It was wild.
It seemed like it was like a Cold War situation. Neither country wanted to be the first one to fire off the nukes.
Yeah.
But once one fired off the nukes, then they're just pounding the button.
Yeah, that's actually a very good way.
Was
to
it
put
mutual assured destruction?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it feels like if they would have done something off camera yesterday when they both got in, it probably would have went better, but also that's not the nature of the job, so I don't know.
I don't think but I think that one's so real that it wasn't even about like, hey, let's squash this privately.
Yeah.
I think it was like, I don't want to be anywhere fucking near that person unless Big Cat says that we should.
But even then, like today, Vibbs put it perfectly. He's like Brandon and Big Cat got into dad mode, and we're like, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Like, chill out.
Yeah, but
Joke's over.
That's not this place.
Yeah.
No one really jumps in all the time, so that's bullshit.
They did though. I watched
know, they
it.
probably shouldn't have. They've just sometimes you just gotta hash it out.
But I don't think there's any
I don't
hashing.
think
But I
don't
also
think there's
didn't
any
listen to
hashing.
it, so I actually can't say that.
But I've talked to him about it, and I think I've talked to her about it. That it doesn't. Yeah,
I don't think he's a combative guy.
No, he's not.
No, he's a very nice guy
In
in
words,
I think.
in word, yeah,
Yeah.
because he knows he has that ability above 99%
When you have
of the
time
company.
to think about insults, it's a lot easier.
And he knows he's a good writer and can
Yeah,
articulate these words perfectly in written form.
Yeah.
Not that he can't in.
No,
like,
he's
audibly.
well-spoken.
I
He handles
understand
himself
Kelly
well.
hating him too. I understand
Yeah,
that
totally,
completely.
totally.
Definitely.
I think we got a meme out of it. The Kelly Keegs giving
Double
the double
bird.
bird with
Yeah,
the shirt.
was it thumbs up or down?
Ooh.
This or this?
The meme. Oh.
I'm
I
a
don't know
big
the-
thumbs
I'm a
up
thumb
guy,
The thumbs were up. The thumbs were up.
Up.
but I have to tell myself to do it. If
I think this is insane when people do
this
that.
looks like
I just
This
have bad
is the
middle
weirdest
fingers.
middle finger. The 8 Mile like Eminem when
Yeah.
he does that. I was like, what the fuck?
Kelly's
Oh,
got.
No thumbs. I'm a no thumb.
I think that's insane. That like strains my finger.
But I feel
This is when it feels powerful to me.
that's exactly. It has more oomph with the
Yeah.
thumb out too.
Yeah.
But hers seems pretty powerful, right?
I don't know. The middle. The
Yeah, I think Kelly wins.
two middle
It's not-
fingers. You don't need the thumb. You
I
just
always
give
feel
them
like
the
a
fuck you.
bitch when I give the finger because I got bitch fingers.
Yeah, yeah.
So I never do it.
I don't think you. Why you got pitch fingers?
They're just like skinny. Like no one's like, oh,
Your one bone's
That's kind of
really
cool.
coming
Yeah.
out there.
I broke that knuckle.
Yeah, it's
long
turned
time ago.
around.
And this one. Yeah.
I have like
You could tell people you were working like manual labor or something. They would be none the wiser.
It was a basketball jammed finger that
Oh.
I thought was fine, and then when I had the wrist surgery, they X-ray your whole hand. The doctor was like, "What the fuck's up with your knuckle?" I'm like, I jammed it a couple of years ago. And he's like, "You broke it
Before we go, do you think I could score on an NHL goalie?
on ice." I don't even know if I've seen you skate.
I'm not like the best skater, but I could skate.
A current NHL goalie.
Current. I'm doing it, so I want
Who's a goalie?
I don't know definitely yet, but I think it might be
A goal?
I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't
Yes.
think. I don't think you could.
You know,
Yes.
that
I
guy?
think
I
0%
actually
chance.
have no idea.
And I had your back on Trevor Bauer. I think
yeah.
that
Well,
most.
yeah, 'cause I
what do you
played.
think you'd hit in a major league season? 500 at bats. Just make it a round number.
200
Mm.
or like at least 170.
I'm saying you'd hit like 1 to 140, maybe.
Good.
I think
But like
you and I would be
in-
around the same. I'd say 100, 1 for every 10.
in a shootout, it's like similar numbers with baseball, where if you score 30% of the time, you're one of the best guys in the league.
Yeah.
So,
So I would have to do if I did 10. You think 0?
yeah,
I
I
don't
don't-
I mean, that's what I like doing it.
I think that I might get 0.
Right, who's the goalie?
I forget his name. I'm so bad with the goalies, but
Yeah.
like Grinnell and like the
Some
loud luxury
European?
guys know him. He's from Toronto. I don't know exactly what his.
Okay.
I
think it's a 0.
Can you shoot? I can skate a little bit too, but shooting on it,
I like fake score. I kind of scored on Kincaid, but he was a backup. It's true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he played in the NHL He got paid.
Listen, I did. I'm on NFL right now, and then I gotta do basketball.
What's the NFL challenge?
I covered Pat Frymouth 1v1.
Okay.
He's a big bastard.
He is big, dude.
Yeah.
I've learned to never doubt Marty.
Marty's an athlete for sure.
He crushed the office mile. He hit off a major
forget
league
about
pitcher.
what's the office mile?
This man went 14 laps around the New York City office in jeans after eating like a pound of macaroni and cheese, and he went like 7:30. Did a 7:30 mile in that office. It was
In like indoors, not
indoors.
on the street.
Indoors, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's got to run around like filing cabinets and people. This is definitely the hardest.
actually
thing
very
he's
good.
done, but
Yeah. I think the hockey thing is gonna be tough.
I don't.
Have you
I'm not
ever?
the
But have you
greatest.
ever taken like a slap shot on skates?
Yeah. My brother played hockey his entire life, so
Okay.
I would always like sometimes
Yeah.
be at practices and shit. But
I think it's
hard.
gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be
100%.
hard because like Patrick Kane, I think his career is like probably 33%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know? So
That's crazy.
and he's
Gotta
filthy.
get that one though, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta get one.
You guys, yeah. Pucks on
Because
that.
there's no other way to do hockey besides like playing.
In
an
73
actual
career
How hard do you
shootouts,
think you can
Patrick
shoot?
Kane's at 30% on
yeah.
the dot.
Yeah.
game. I couldn't even give you a number.
Because like we did the it was like a PMT NHL video, and like I stepped up and didn't like I shot 65, and I wasn't like
Pretty
it
good.
wasn't my, but like when I played, I could probably get it up to like 85.
I have
And
no idea.
and yeah, and like you're not taking a slap shot. Like any goalie is gonna stop a slap shot.
And I can't stop.
Do you know who has the highest career?
I know Taves is probably up there.
All right, I don't know if this is active or not. This is probably kind of an absurd number of at least 20 shootouts.
I don't know.
Take a guess at what the number and the player.
You don't know if he's active.
No, he is active.
He is
He
active.
is at 100%, yeah.
I'd probably say Kucherov is up there.
Who's the guy who scored in the?
He is not on the top 20, I believe. it says.
I don't know
Jay
who it
Oshie.
is.
Taves is like number 8. It doesn't have the
Okay.
numbers listed.
Oshie's probably good.
Panarin's at 60%.
Oshie's not up there.
Panarin, 60?
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
In
Hard to me.
45 attempts, Kozlov is at 58.7 and 46. Taves is at 47.3 and 110. Oshie's at 47.1.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Seguin at 46.
Sagan. Yeah.
Seguin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second.
Yeah. It's like hard to do. Like the net's 4x6 and the goalies now are all like
They gotten
6'5".
bigger. Yeah, they gotten bigger.
Yeah. And
And
they're
I
all like
can't stop.
They're all fucking explosive.
just be like the guy in the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, just run,
fast.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, boys.
Just close your eyes, grip and rip. So Justin Timberlake, you guys want to talk about him next?
Next
Thanks,
time
Marty.
I want you to watch the Brats.
The
Ooh,
Brats.
he had coke on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not surprising.
Thanks, Bibbs.
Yeah.
The
Thanks,
Brat
boys.
Pack.
Thank you, Robbie.
thank you.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Did you know about the Brat Pack?
Bum ba da doo 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 dum dum da dum dum.